you think to yourself, how could somebody go so far? But then again, it was part of the plan. You know, as unfortunate as it is, for Jesus to suffer in the way that he did, if he didn't, then we wouldn't be saved.
Yes. Myth 3, creatine always damages the kidneys. So, too broad in healthy adults, standard doses are generally regarded as well tolerated, but that does not mean everyone should use it blindly. Caution is sensible for people with kidney disease or medical issues. All right, guys, ready for this? All right, bottoms up.
Do you want me to stir it though?
It's up to you. Go ahead, feel free. Yeah. Here we go. All right, are you ready, guys?
All right.
Let's taste this. Bottoms up. This might be part of your life from now on. That's right, guys. It's gonna be a good day. I'm your host, Robert Ashitey, Robust presenting. We're going in it. We've just let the light shine this morning. We had nice 30 minutes previous to that from 7 a.m. of some breakfast show tunes with the one and only, who's here in the studio, Colossus. How you doing, mate?
Good morning, I'm doing good, yes, thank you.
All right, as well as Colossus being here this morning with us, we have the Sunshine Lady herself, Deborah.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah.
You just got that uplifting voice, you know.
Well, one does try, you know. It's morning.
How you feeling today?
I'm well, thank you so much.
Yes, you look ready. You look ready, wild-fired and inspired.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, raring to go. Yeah.
All right, as well as Deborah bringing the sunshine this morning, we also have joining us the lady herself. You know there's only one. There's only one. It is the one. The only. It's Lady Jazz. Good morning, Lady Jazz.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm cool. I'm, surviving the hood and stay alive, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
How's your morning been so far?
It's good, man. It's good. I'm happy to be here. Looking forward. I was looking forward to that moment. Now I'm on the holidays.
Yes. You know, hopefully we want to see a lot more of you. We enjoy your presence, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be around.
That's how we roll. All right, guys. And look, so we're going into it now. We've literally had a wonderful word from Bishop Allen this morning, you know, and, you know, given the opportunity, we are now in the Holy Week. It's the Holy Week, and it's Wednesday, right? The middle part, and everything's leading to, as Bishop Allen said, the time of the cross. All right. And today is a Wellness Wednesday, and we wanted to encapsulate everything today, you know, as we're talking about the Good Friday event, right, and the Holy Week. But we also want to give you something to do with wellness. But before we do, we wanted to share something concerning the Holy Week. And I wanted to kind of take us back to what would have been happening if we was to be standing in Jerusalem and we was to rewind the clock. All right, if we was to rewind the clock. So we actually made a bit for you guys. By the way, before we continue, I just want to say a huge good morning. We've got Diana here, good and faithful, right?
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were just reading from the... okay, yes. All right, but from what I can see, David was saying good morning.
Beautiful.
I say, I hope everyone has a Wellness Wednesday. So big up Sister Robert and Colossus.
Wow.
And big up everybody on the table. Alex Smart says a good morning. It said good morning, Colossus, Julia, Deborah, and others. Have a wonderful Wednesday show today. And you see, even Gillette Smart was there saying good morning to Bishop as well. And we've got Camille saying good morning, breakfast family and friends. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Thank you so much, Camille.
Thank you, Camille. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. And we do have Diana as well from Bullring saying good morning, breakfast show. Have an amazing and blessed day.
Fantastic. So that's Diana and Malia in Bullring.
Yes.
All right. So the breakfast show fam is here. And those of you who are listening in right now, glad to be that you can be with us. Like we're saying, this week we're having a bit of a difference, so we are having our breakfast show vibe from 7 a.m. all right, and then we have 7:30 Bishop Allen jumping in, and he's giving us the light for 30 minutes, and now we're going to continue. So we're going to mix it up now because like I said, we're going to dial back the clock. You ready to dial back the clock?
Yes.
Let's dial back the clock. All right, that's the musical cue,
You
dude.
have to say back, way back.
yeah.
Back into time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's the music cue. I'm gonna. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Take it right back. All right. So, if we was to reflect and we was to like really go back in time right now, standing in the square in Jerusalem, this is what would have been happening. So, as we reflect on the Holy Wednesday, let's make it real for a moment. And if we was to turn back the clock to nearly 2,000 years, roughly 1,993 to 1,996 years ago, right? Sometimes we say it's 2025. No, it's 1,993. Dialing back the clock to this very week, this very moment, we would likely find Jesus in and around Bethany. All right, there's our little map there on the screen. All right, and if you can, put the clip. The Gospels make the betrayal plot clear in Matthew 26 and Matthew 14, and that's pretty much. Use your audio. All right. Okay. So in Mark 14 and Luke 22, it makes it clear. So I did ask AI, what would Jesus have been doing, but the Gospels don't tell us. But it's likely he was preparing, and so. As it may have looked like a quieter day on the surface, but the Bible shows that underneath something serious was unfolding. Judas was already going to the chief priests and seeking an opportunity to betray the Lord. So before the cross came fully into view, the shadow of betrayal was already growing. That is the way of the Holy Wednesday. So right now, it's right now 8:21 in the UK. In Israel, it's 2 hours ahead, so it's 10:21. So most probably Jesus would have been preaching, but in that evening, we know that Judas was up to his shenanigans.
Yes, he was ready to, to sell out the Savior, which is, when you think about it, you think to yourself, how could somebody go so far? But then again, it was part of the plan, as unfortunate as it is, and for Jesus to suffer in the way that he did, if he didn't, then we wouldn't be saved right now.
Yeah,
so.
And I think, what's really nice about this, Lady Jazz, is that things were at work, right? So you had someone who was meant to be his closest circle now going off to do something different. So like, if we're not in spirit, literally connected to what Jesus wants, we could wander off into something else, right?
It's true, because every environment that you're in, you could be in an environment of a responsibility, and there's always going to be that one person that's going to oppose to the situation.
Yeah.
So, you can't expect, in your circle, in your environment, you can't expect everybody to be perfect. Something is always going to go wrong. That's why you have to have a great preparation for your character, especially when it comes to forgiveness. And, in the time that Judas betrayed Jesus, he was a good example to forgiveness. I mean, if Judas would have remained alive, he would have been forgiven. Yeah. So the lesson behind it is you're always going to face some kind of wrongness or betrayal. So you just have to be in preparation for it. So that's one of the things that stood out for me.
Yeah. Now we're going to go and give a quick little tip here, because that's what happens on a Wellness Wednesday. And today we're looking at the subject of creatine. Now, I buy from this company, but they don't, a disclaimer, I'm not associated with them or anything. But I've got some pure creatine here that we're going to sample here in the studio. But just before we get into it, just to give you an idea, a lot of people have different thoughts about creatine. I've actually got a video to share with you. All right, number one, take a look at this.
Do you take creatine?
You must take it.
I don't take it.
Why?
Because there was a study where it was somehow linked to
hair loss.
Yeah.
I've done it every day since I was probably 21 or so when I came out in university, so about like 27 years.
You still take it now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I surveyed 100 and something thousand people. I said, did creatine, when you took it, did you notice any slight change whatsoever? And it was 50-50 split. Half the people did and half the people didn't. Yet creatine is the most effective supplement in the world and half the people don't notice it.
All right, so this is interesting. So that was a nice quick short that we just saw just then. All right, talking about creatine, okay? And it's interesting because like we said, we touched on, by the way, that was from at Protein Talk, okay? That credits to them for that clip. But here's the thing. We talked about building muscle previously. Now, it's only natural that it would segue onto creatine. Now, most people think creatine is all about bodybuilders, right? Like you saw in that clip. Yeah. Bodybuilders, and even then there's a lot of concern where people say, oh, you know, it's gonna make me lose my hair, and there's been a lot of talk about creatine. However, creatine is actually a naturally occurring compound made in our body, and is also found in foods like meat and fish. Its best established role is helping recycle energy during short, intense activity, which is why it has long been popular in strength and performance settings, right? So when I say creatine, what do you think of when I say the word creatine and that comes to your mind? You're like, I never heard of it. Is this something that you're familiar with? When you hear the word creatine, what comes to your mind first? All right, you, Debs.
Me, with creatine, I thought it was just one of those substances in food anyway.
Okay.
Like, I didn't know if it was like in some kind of vegetable or something, but now that you mentioned that it's in meat, I actually looking forward to actually learning more, but I actually thought it was something from vegetables.
Okay, so just a compound that's in vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I thought it was just for like muscle base thing. Like it just makes you stronger when lifting weight. I don't know, because every time I see like lift weighters, and they always show that they're always related to lift weighters. Okay, so that's what just comes to my head. But I didn't know that it was more deeper than what I'm seeing now.
Absolutely, now. You hit the nail on the head. So this is what most people think. This is what I thought. This is what came to my mind. Like you, Lady Jazz, creatine is basically steroids. Right? It's only for gym men. It damages your kidneys. It makes you puffy or fat. It's pointless unless you train hard. So if you're going to take creatine, we have Leah. Shout out to Leah over there in the TV department. If you're going to be doing some deep, heavy training, do you need to use creatine? Yeah, I think Colossus was speaking about that one time. You're familiar with using creatine previously, right? In your old life?
Yeah, I used to, but I'm not taking anymore.
Why? Just lifestyle?
No, just a decision.
Okay. Was there any reason for that?
Because I think I like to take my muscle till the limit, and after that, when it's in the limit, then I start taking that.
Okay, so when you would work out, you'd work out excessively, and as soon as you're feeling fatigued, then you just hit.
Yeah, for example, if I'm in the gym for a while and I don't see like my body is growing, then I start taking.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, I like the sound of that. Yeah, so you can see there. So even those who are familiar with the gym, they have their thoughts in the way that they use creatine, right? Okay. So now here's something that I want to show you that's quite interesting, because obviously we're looking at the time. I've got a clip here, number 2, all right, talking about creatine, because as if it was just about building muscle, that would be sufficient enough, because we know we need to build muscle. Yes. If it was about, because we need the muscle, because it's the biggest resource of glucose in the body, we don't all this problem with blood pressure, blood and everything like that, and sugar and all that kind of stuff. Muscle plays a big part of it. So we learned last time we need to build muscle, but guess what? Creatine, as it is, has benefits beyond building muscle, and is especially good for women.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got many female listeners. So check this out.
When you look at it as a supplement, it's more important for women than men. So women have 70 to 80% less tissue stores of creatine than men do. Creatine is something that is going to help us work out harder, recover faster, can help with muscle, can help with bone density, can help with our mood. In fact, they did a study on postmenopausal women, and they found that when they gave them creatine, it was more effective than just giving them like an antidepressant alone. So it helps with cognition, it helps with depression, it helps with skin wrinkling. What? I know.
Look at Deborah's face.
Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, so you learn something new every day.
My face changed the moment I had the menopause. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
But like for wrinkles, so then, because people normally, they take collagen, wouldn't they? In order to to keep themselves young, but you could actually effectively be taking the creatine and just doing all of it in one. Drop it
like a saw. So that was Marie Forleo, at Marie Forleo. She's been known as a thought leader. So there you go. So remember this. Just a second ago, before we played that clip, we thought, okay, men building muscle, pumping weight. creatine is only for them. But we're seeing now that actually it's more beneficial for women.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff are happening with women. So check this out. So I've got a few myths here. So I'm literally just knocking them out today. I've got a few myths here that people have when it comes to creatine. All right. And the first one about creatine being a steroid. So creatine is not an anabolic steroid. It's a natural occurring compound involved in a rapid energy production. So what I saw this, there was this conversation between a personal trainer and like a scientist, and what he was saying is that when someone takes steroids, they get so bulked up, they get, and then they have heart problems. Whereas with creatine, it gives you that energy, like Colossus was talking about, that you need. So it renews the stores. It's a very holistic, natural way to build
safe
muscle.
way, isn't it?
Safe way to give you strength as well as the other benefits. Myth 2, creatine is only for bodybuilders. The best evidence is for strength, power, and repeated high intensity activity. But discussion now also includes healthy aging and cognition. So women need to build muscle. Otherwise, men as well. Otherwise, our frame gets weak, right? We start to recede, right? We start to have sarcopenia, right? Where the muscles shrinking, but the fat's building on top. So creatine is it's
Good
great for strength.
Bone health, yeah.
Exactly. And you don't worry about becoming a bodybuilder. You have to be very intentional for women to become like a bodybuilder, kind of thing. Myth 3, creatine always damages the kidneys. So too broad. In healthy adults, standard doses are generally regarded as well tolerated, but that does not mean everyone should use it blindly. Caution is sensible for people with kidney disease or medical issues. So once again, Debs, we're hearing like, if you are taking something or if you are considering these kinds of ideas, because these are things that we can easily get like from the shop, but be mindful, right?
Yeah, definitely. And you have to check with your doctor as well, because your doctor knows, your medical history and so forth. And if you're taking medication, you do need to make sure that it's not counteracted.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, that the creatine or whatever you're taking doesn't counteract with your medication, because it could be for the worse, So so we have to bear that in mind.
Yeah, because a lot of people get excited, right? I think we've all been there actually. We hear something new or we see something on social media, right? And then we get so excited. Who was it that was talking about rosemary?
It was me.
It was you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you was like whacking back the rosemary.
Yeah, and then I realized that it raises your blood pressure. and I was thinking, I didn't know that, because I'm thinking, it has this health benefits and good for the immune system. So I'm thinking, I'm going to do this thing. And then I noticed my blood pressure was raising. I thought, that's a bit strange.
It's a bit strange.
And then when I heard somebody said, it would. And when I found out, I was like, I was so annoyed. I was like, I thought I was helping myself.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah, but everything in moderation. Anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think we can all kind of fall into that trap, right, Lady Jess?
Yes, easy. Especially when, you become committed to something health related and you want to see the results straight away. So then you think, okay, if I take this and that amount, I'll see that results really quick. But too much of everything is not good.
Yes,
always take things moderate.
Yeah, that's the mantra on the Wellness Wednesdays on Breakfast Show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Too much of anything is not good. That doesn't mean we're going to be lazy. I'm not going to. Oh, right. That means I'm going to make sure I keep eating my fries and my burgers, because, eating too much of spinach is not good. it just means don't go overboard. Get rid of all the garbage if you can. Just, you know what I mean?
I still haven't forgotten that story that you shared with me about the results of you drinking too much smoothie. And then you went to Ronald for advice, and he told you about the two village people,
the two Indian tribes.
Indian tribes,
Yeah, that was interesting. So
Okay.
Deb's looking like, so basically what happened, this is an example of too much of anything's not good. I had like a smoothie season, and I'm like, and I'm just chucking things in there. When it tastes good, you're like, I can do this. This I can do for my health. But then I realized my belly started getting round, and it's a kind of round where it will bounce back up if you touch a bit. I'm like, what on earth? Then Ronald was saying how there's, on this place, there were two Indian tribes. One ate mostly meat and poultry, like meat protein foods, and one ate mostly fruits. The difference was astounding. The one that ate more protein, they had more of a lean, strong stature, and the one with fruit, they all had pot bellies. All of them.
How long did it take for your stomach to get back to normal?
Straight away, it wasn't long.
The moment you stopped?
Yeah. It just
Okay.
kind of everything just fell back in place.
Lucky escape,
It wasn't
yeah.
a big thing, but
Yeah.
the consistency was there. So
Yeah.
too much of anything. So look, here's the other thing. Talking about bellies, myth number 4: creatine makes you fat. Misleading or early weight gain from creatine loading is commonly attributed mainly to increased body water, not body fat. All right, so it helps your muscles store more water, which also looks good as well when you're trying to build muscle. So yeah, it doesn't make you fat, not like that. All right. Myth number 5, the final one: if you don't work out, creatine is pointless. Not necessarily. The clearest evidence is still for training and performance, but researchers are also studying cognition and brain energy support. That means not essential is fairer than completely pointless. So this is to Leah, if you are taking creatine, there are other benefits that come with it. Our body produces it. There was something that I had here where I showed how much creatine you need, right? And they normally say about 3 grams, or 5 grams, right? But analysis, I went to find out like how much chicken would you need to eat to get those 5 grams of creatine. And guess what? For you to get that 3 grams of creatine, you would need to eat a whole chicken.
That's what I was going to even say, like what pieces.
Yeah.
How many pieces? So it's like the whole chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, you need to eat a whole chicken. And literally, and if we're talking about meat on a plate, my friend, you're going to have to heap up that meat to get that target of creatine. Do you know what I mean? So we're hearing cognitively it has benefits. It's good for women, all these kind of things, and that's why we need what is good to supplement. People supplement because they don't get everything they need regularly,
in the normal
especially
diet.
their normal diet. So creatine, the way it's from what the findings show, is not so available in food, or you be eating till the cows come home, right? We supplement it as well. All right, guys. So look, it's 8:42 right now. We're going to do something quite interesting. All right, I'm going to play a video. Video number 3, Dr. Huberman. Dr. Huberman, we love Dr. Huberman. Is at the bottom on the far left, right? Just go. Yep, Dr. Huberman. There we go. All right, so Dr. Huberman, he's going to be sharing his thoughts on creatine. We love hearing from Dr. Huberman. He looks at things from a medical standpoint, scientific standpoint, and he drops some bars. And when we come back from hearing Dr. Huberman talk about this, we are going to be trying some creatine for ourselves.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Forward to it.
Yeah.
I like the way you're rubbing your hands together.
You know why? Because I've been doing a lot of weightlifting, so
this is gonna just add
that
to
bonus
it.
addition. Yeah.
That's good.
That's it.
All right, so let's hear from Dr. Huberman. Let's hear what he says about some creatine.
Okay.
Creatine is a fuel source for early in bouts of activity, for high intensity activity. It is also a fuel source for neurons in the brain, and it can have some cognitive enhancing effects. So creatine is a very interesting molecule. Early on, when it was released as a supplement, it was thought that you had to load it in higher dosages for a few days and then maintain it at lower dosages. It doesn't seem to be the case that you can get all the benefits from taking the dosages at the low level.
All right, guys. So there you have it. Yeah. So you can take dosages. Even though they say how much you should take, and people used to load it and go real excessively. If we could just get a supplement free, 5 grams, go for it. Why not?
Okay.
Go for it. You're gonna get those good benefits. Yep. All right. So let's get into it now. All right. We got some creatine right here. All right. Right here. All right. So we got some creatine monohydrate. There's different types of creatine, but what I heard is that they're all good. All right. Just make sure you are mindful of where you get yours from. I'm gonna put a spoon here. All right. This is more for tasting purposes. All right. This is for you.
Wow, it looks like baking soda.
That's too much.
It's too much.
That's not 3 grams.
Oh,
Really?
Thank God for your here. Let me. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way you're gonna make your hair.
Yeah.
If you use more than you should.
Yeah. Top that up. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you for rescuing us.
It's a live show, guys. All right, so if you just stop that quickly, quickly. All right, so we're gonna give it a quick try. All right, to see what this actually tastes like. And the idea is this: that it's gonna be a small change. It's gonna be a small change. It's just something. Actually, I got this from Bodybuilding Warehouse, and they actually had a deal. You had buy one get one free. You know, and it should last a good while. Actually, you know, they said that this should last a year. So that amount I took was way off. If I did that amount every single day, my friend, I think it only lasts 3 weeks. All right, so let's have a taste. Okay, Debs is back. So let's have a taste of this. So we've heard it's good for your cognitive, you know, for your cognitive essence. It's good for your muscle, right? It's good. You know, it's so many benefits. All right, let's have a look to see how it tastes. How are we doing there, Debs?
Mine looks a bit cloudy.
Yeah, I think you're okay. You're okay.
Do you know
Let's
what
swap, because I'm a man.
Do you know what I thought the water was gonna get like really thick or something.
Yeah, let me take that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
Dudes, we take more than others. All right, guys, ready for this? All right, bottoms up.
Do you want me to stir it though?
It's up to you. Go ahead, feel free.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, are you ready, guys?
All right.
Let's taste this. Bottoms up. This might be part of your life from now on.
Okay. That tastes.
You don't need to drink all. You put it too much.
It feels refreshing.
It does. You can't taste it.
So how much are you?
It doesn't have a flavor.
Yeah, you know what? It just tastes. It tastes
like
baking
water,
soda.
isn't it?
And it looks like baking soda.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of look and taste. Tastes like it.
Yeah. I can do that. I can do that.
Did you say drink it all in one go? You said.
No, I said not him because he put it too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because mine looked really cloudy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
right.
good. Well, you know, it tastes like water. It tastes slightly chalky, but it tastes refreshing. You know, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of kung fu training.
Okay.
And my friend's mum at the time, she used to give us. They used to go Chinatown,
Okay.
and then she would buy elephant tusk. Apparently, yeah, that's what they said it was. But I don't know, maybe it was creatine because it tastes the same.
Okay.
Seriously, so for our training, we'd have this and we'd take a spoon of it and then we'd start doing our training and all that kind of stuff. And it tastes like that. It tastes, you know, it's a little chalky, but it tastes pretty pure.
I think it might be, especially if you're doing training afterwards. It could be, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Colossus says that when his body reaches his peak, then he drops it in there, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you do it before? Like, why don't you do it before you start working out to assist you? Like, why only when your body's exhausted do you use it?
No. What I mean, I just take creatine when I can't grow by myself anymore. Like, just my body hit the limit. It's not like during the training. It's not that.
Okay.
It's like,
Taking it to
for
the max.
example, I'm already 5 months since I came back to the gym. So basically, what I'm doing now, I'm losing weight. I'm burning the fat I have.
Okay.
But after that, I'm gonna start taking creatine, protein, supplements, everything that I need to take.
Okay. All right.
That's the thing.
Lovely.
And then you can take every day.
Yeah.
You don't need to go to the gym. You don't need to. Even if you go to the gym, but imagine today you're not going to the gym, you still can take it.
Yeah.
Because that's I think that's daily basically.
Yeah, I hear that. So it's good. So look, guys, that's it. So if you are looking to take some creatine. What?
Anyways, nothing gonna happen to you.
No, not gonna happen to you, man.
You don't have much to drop, anyways.
I like the
Sorry.
It's not. I'm not gonna lose hair, dude. Let's get out of it, man. No one gonna lose hair, man. Apparently, when you go to 20 grams, it starts giving you cognitive benefits.
I don't know. I never abused the dose.
Yeah. So, listen, man. If you're building muscle, definitely creatine. I got one last video for you guys, all right? And I love this video so much, all right? There's some things that I kind of had to kind of chop. This is from Diary of a CEO. You know, we love our Steve Bartlett, right? You know, more power to that guy. He's doing a great job. But he's interviewing Louisa Nicole, who's a neurophysiologist and she's a neurosurgeon, MD. She has a PhD. She's completely out there and she's on a mission to end Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so now we've talked briefly about the you know, concerning our muscle, right? but she's going to start talking about the brain, all right? Touching on what Huberman was talking about, Dr. Huberman. All right, so Louise Nicola, please drop it like it's hot. Let's hear it.
We have this white powder in front of me. You've got a big smile on your face.
I do, because there is just so much benefit to this, depending on which brand you've bought, of course. But I can't say enough about creatine. I have my parents on creatine. They're 71 years old. I've got my dad on high-dose creatine. I've got my mother on low-dose creatine. It's the most widely studied supplement on the market. I think that this is a really cheap and effective way to get everything you want from both your physiology, an upgrade on your physiology, and your neurophysiology. Creatine is a naturally occurring molecule. We produce around 2 to 3 grams of creatine per day. It gets secreted from a bit from the brain, but a lot from the liver. 2 to 3 grams a day is great, but it's not enough. So we have to supplement with it. And all through the 90s and all through the 2000s, people were supplementing with 5 grams a day. That is this scoop here. 5 grams of creatine per day. We have found that creatine has enormous benefits for the brain. But here's the problem. When you have 5 grams of creatine, you're saturating the muscles. Okay, remember, the muscles are so hungry, so they get first dibs, and they take up all of that creatine. So then there's none left for the brain. We also lose a bit of the bioavailability when the creatine goes into the brain. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, but when it goes into the brain, we lose some of it. So we have to supplement with more than 5 grams. These patients not only preserved their cognitive functions, but they had more energy. The best thing about creatine is that it works in the background of stress. I think that's where you'll get most of the benefits from.
Pit like it's hot. All right. So remember, one of my things before was about stress. Remember, like, doctor, like, bro, you know, your blood pressure, man, and you healthy, man. You arteries, you fine. Your blood sodium levels, your blood perfect. It's stress. It must be stress. And so creatine can help with the stress. Isn't that helpful, Lady Jazz, with all those young children at school?
Yeah, everything in one. Wow. I'm definitely going to be sharing that around. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So how do you feel about, I mean, we kind of dropped it. We didn't explore and everything. I didn't drop everything as we normally would do because we had less time today. But what are your thoughts on creatine? So.
I think once the dosage is right, I think it can be.
Did you hear what she said?
Yes. It's just that have to make sure that we measure it out properly, like when we're taking it. But
Debs, you look afraid.
No. Just to be safe, but just taking the right measurement and it's fine. But as you can see, it's got lots of benefits. So it's not. It doesn't seem that you'll have side effects in a negative way.
Yes.
But it will give you good. It will prepare your body properly for stress, for different things. So
your cognitive function.
Yeah, it help take away brain fog and things like that. And
it looks like wins.
Yeah, it does. And I was even saying that it's like baking. It looks like baking soda or baking powder. So I mean, they said that you can take it daily. So
yeah.
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah, once you get the measurement right, it's fine.
So we can get it from meat. Our body produces some. We need to supplement it.
Yeah, because we're not getting enough. Yeah.
So this is it. So there was this conversation going on, and it looks like as they've looked into it, they're looking into creatine very extensively. Mm-hmm. It seems like there's lots of wins and very little losses with creatine, quote unquote. And here's the interesting thing: that the only negative they've seen so far is that some people may be allergic to it. So if you do try a little bit first, see how you react to it. But there are some people that they get like a stomach thing, but obviously they do suggest maybe try a different brand. So it's a win. Jeff Cavalier says creatine monohydrate is the form used in nearly every major study showing improvements in strength, lean tissue mass, and athletic performance. Dr. Berg explains creatine mainly through ATP recycling, helping the body to regenerate rapid energy during intense effort. All right, guys, and look, so there's just singing creatine's praises.
Yeah,
that's it. So we get vitamin D3, we get all these different things. We're eating healthier, but to it looks like creatine is actually useful to give us that extra edge. All right. So as I'm coming to the end of the program now, creatine is not nonsense, but it is not magic either. It may be useful in the right context, especially around strength, muscle support, and short, intense effort. But wisdom still wins. Dose matters, context matters, quality matters, and no supplement can rescue a poor lifestyle.
Exactly.
So the bigger issue is not just whether creatine works, the bigger issue is whether we are building stronger bodies, wiser habits, and healthier lives.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and I think, and that's the goal here on Wellness Wednesday. We learn, we talk. Remember, disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a solicitor, I'm not an electrician. All right, I'm just a robust presenter that likes to seek out some useful information on this robust journey and like to share it with the masses. So please always speak to your doctor who knows you a lot better than I do, especially your body. I don't know your body like your doctor does.
Exactly. He knows.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's it. So don't be afraid. So and continue to look into the subject of creatine. I'm going to start using it. You see this? I'm going to be taking some every single day, and I'm going to be pumping up. I'm going to be doing a 90-day challenge. We're still globally, everyone's doing their part. They said that we're going to do new habits. So I'm going to add creatine to my habits. Yeah, but it's good.
David was saying, does this help with nerves? But then, because it helps with stress and depression, I'm thinking that it should do. But
because nerves are all in all different parts of our body, isn't it?
That's the
so
thing.
far, we've heard about it being beneficial neurologically with our cognitive, improving us cognitively. Even that lady, the neurologist, you saw how excited she was. So she works with the brain. She's so excited when that creatine came up. We saw it as just powder, but she was like, she was excited. She loves her job. Anyway, we love our job. Tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be our last breakfast show of the week as we're coming to the Holy Week on Friday. We're all going to be in our branches, but hopefully everything works out well. We'll be able to drop one more clip of what happened if we dial back the time into Jerusalem, and we'll be looking at the Love Talk seminar with Bishop Allen. And Bishop Allen will come with Bringing the Light at 7:30. Hopefully everything will work out good. All right, guys. So it's been great being with you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Sorry, thank you. Oh, gosh. I hope I'm not one of those people who are allergic. All right. Thank you, Debs, for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been good.
Thank you, Colossus, for being a great man of sound.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lady Jazz, for being you.
Thanks for having me.
You're awesome, Lady Jazz.
Yeah, same to you. Give yourself some credit as well.
I don't know how. I'm just full around, like positive people. It's just amazing. All right then. Until tomorrow, 7:30. Ciao. For now. See ya. Bye. Yeah, that's so awesome. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of the program. We have a lot more episodes covering a lot more themes on The Breakfast Show. And guess what? Your experience can be even deeper and more interactive because we are live weekdays from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on libertyradio.co.uk. On that Liberty Radio platform, we have a whole host of other inspirational material. As well as that, we have our breakfast show in the mornings. Check it out. There's a live chat, there's a video feed, and you can get up to date on all the breakfast show antics and fun, vim, excitement, and all that kind of crazy stuff that we love to enjoy. This is Robbie here, Robust Presenter, and I hope to see you live and enjoy the next one.